with the collection with the Marvel's Capcom collection coming out soon. When's that coming out again? I don't. Is there a date? I've seen some people actually have to play it, but I haven't seen anything about it yet. So anyway, with that game coming out, people are sitting there. People are like speculating, saying that hey, maybe now since this is coming out, we can get a Marvel's Capcom 4. And to be honest with you, I just don't think that's a good idea. I mean, the way things are in gaming now, the game would be pretty much a disaster. I'm not saying it wouldn't be unplayable or even saying that it wouldn't be good. There's a good chance it might actually be good. But when you think about it, it's not going to bring back or recapture the glory of the older games. I'd rather just have this collection and call it a day. Just mainstream the hell out of that game. All right, put the games in competitions, X-Men vs Street Fighter or whatever, Marvel Super, whatever you want. Marvel Capcom 1, Marvel Capcom 2, whatever. Put all that in the forefront, have it out there by all means. But like as far as a part 4 goes, I just don't think it'd be that great of an idea, especially how they sell us games these days. I mean, fighting games in general, one thing I definitely like complain about is like how they do, they sell you like the fighting game, and that's fine. The past couple of fighting games have been pretty good. Tekken 8 came out, I think it had a pretty good start. Street Fighter 6 came out, had a good start, like decent enough roster, and then they sell you more characters in the next couple of years. And while I'm not really happy about that, and unfortunately my dumbass has actually been falling for the whole Street Fighter 6 thing, I bought the special edition, which came with like season 1, and I bought season 2. In my defense, very thin defense, but I got a defense. Is like I used a Steam gift card that my girlfriend got for me for my birthday. That's about it. But I know a lot of people might be like, you still paid for it. You still contributed. And yeah, okay, you're right. I know. I made a video about that saying how I was disgusted with myself as well. So believe me, I'm self-aware. I'm very self-aware of my hypocrisy. But, it's like the point that this is what they're going to... Could you imagine doing at Marvel Capcom? The next Marvel Capcom game? Oh my god. Like, I'm pretty sure it'd come out with a decent amount of roster, but then, like, they're going to come out with... They're definitely going to, like, seasonally DLC the crap out of this. And not to mention the, like, even, like, Street Fighter 6 does this too. And this part, I can tell you I have not contributed to, is the basic predatory microtransactions that they're on. Oh, look at all these costumes you can get. But look at the price of those fucking costumes. Like, if you bought those Ninja Turtle costumes, that's the price of a whole ass game. If you bought all 4 of them, you bought an entire game. And those costumes just use in that like you can use in the little World Tour mode or when you do like the arcade thing or whatever. There's that, and like a lot of their pricing for their DLC stuff hasn't exactly been the best either. People looked at it and like, really? It's a cool concept, but you guys are doing way too much. And same thing with Tekken. Tekken's doing it too. And just like I haven't really bought any of the Tekken DLC, and I probably won't. If I do, it'll just be characters. Like I said, if I do spend, I just do it for the characters. But all that other stuff, I know you might think that's not an excuse, and you're probably right. But I'm trying my best to justify, like like I said, as pathetic as that justification attempt may be. At least I'm being honest. But I'm trying to just. You see what I'm saying, though? It's like... And I feel like with Marvel's Capcom, it would be just a complete... oh my god, that would be a microtransaction nightmare. Not only that, at this point, now that Disney owns Marvel, they will be so heavy-handed in the creation of this game that they'll probably ruin so many... Remember Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite? That Disney was so fucking petty about? Like, they didn't have the rights to X-Men, that they weren't allowed putting X-Men in the game, and they even try to say things like, people don't know who the X-Men are anyway, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is just, like, I'm sorry, I know we got some very good MCU movies out of the whole Disney deal, and that's fine, but a lot of the other stuff they have saying, like video games, I don't know if they do in the comic books, to be honest, but I know video games are definitely going to have some kind of say, and I just don't They're going to say what characters they want to use, what characters are allowed to use, what characters are not, regardless of like fan input or anything like that. And they're probably going to make the characters like the fucking movie characters. Like somebody the other day, I was talking to somebody the other day, and they mentioned like, oh, they're gonna put Doctor Doom in Marvel Capcom 4, and he's gonna look like Robert Downey Jr. And I'm like, oh god, he's probably right. But then you can have Iron Man looks like Robert Downey Jr. And I'm just sitting there like, bro, how can he be in there twice? But then again, Marvel Capcom has 2 Wolverines. But my point is, like, I just think it's a nice concept to think about that Marvel's, and I'm not saying it's not going to happen. There's a good chance that Marvel's Capcom 4 is going to happen at this point. I mean, if they see the sales of this collection, they're going to be like, hey, now might be the time to get that. And at least, they'll probably, now that Disney has rights X-Men, they'll probably get over themselves and put some X-Men in there. But at the same time, it just feels like it's just not how it was back in the day in this, and just this DLC microtransaction heavy gaming culture we live in now, where every game is trying to be games as a service, which only works if like the base game is either super cheap or free. But you got no goddamn well that this game's gonna come out, the base game's gonna come out $70, $80, $90, $100, depending on what kind of edition you want, and then throughout the next like 5 years, they're gonna keep adding characters and can't talk through DLC seasons, which will probably be like $30 a piece, or depending on if you buy the character. I don't know if you can buy the characters individually. To be honest with you, can you? Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know. I just feel like the whole Marvel's Capcom 4 thing is just a really bad idea. Not because I don't want to see the game. It's because, corporations, man. They're going to get a hold of this, man. They're going to, they're going to have their input, and we're not going to get the game that we want to get. And I think it's just going to end up failing hard. So, that's why I say they probably, like, don't break our hearts. All right? That's what it's all it's going to do is end up, like, pissing us all off in the long run. So maybe let's just focus on the collection coming out. Let's all enjoy that. Have fun with it for years to come. Let's not drop it. Let's all stay on, and let's play Marvel Capcom as long as we can. And then just let it go. Cuz nobody's really out there getting back into Marvel Capcom 3. People sure as hell ain't playing Ultimate. Marvel Capcom Infinite. So yeah, can we not do this, please? Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm going to hit the off button now.